those of you who don't know me, my name is Mr. Ditz. I'm a drama teacher and the director here. Just a couple of words about the play here before we get started. Comedy of the Errors is one of his earliest comedies, and it's a very basic situation comedy. The play originally the idea came from a Roman play by the name called The Twins, based on two twins that are separated and don't know each other, and they meet by accident, and situations give rise to the comedy. In this play, you have two sets of twins that have been separated at birth, and don't really know the other exists, and the one ends up in the town where the other one is, and standard scene is where the master, one set of twins is a servant to the other, and one sends a servant off for an errand, and he goes off, and the other guy comes the other direction, and he says, I should go out and get a cheeseburger. Where's my cheeseburger? What cheeseburger? You never give me money for a cheeseburger. So then a fight ensues. So what you call situation comedy, mistaken identity. The other kind of basic comic device is the servant-master relationship. And so this came out of medieval comedy, where a lot of street comedy, where you have the mouthy servant and the master, and the servant would give the master a hard time, and usually end up with the master beating him or something like that. It's kind of real. You find that stuff funny for some reason. So people can make nothing slapstick. So what I like about it is that the students in the course of 6 years will see about 2 Shakespeare plays a year. So after a while they begin to sort of understand them. So this is I like it as a real basic sort of comic form. And that they'll see repeated in other plays. It gets a little more sophisticated in other plays. He uses the idea of mistaken identity or people in disguise as part of his comedy. The younger students really liked it. That's always a good test, whether we pulled it off or not. 6th graders really liked it. They sort of got it. But anyways, they've done a good job. We've worked hard with it, so hope you enjoy it. Thank you for coming.
Proceed, Salinas, let your sentence fall, and by the doom of death and woes and all.
Merchant of Syracuse, plead no more. I am not willing to infringe our laws. The enmity and discord which of late sprang from the rancorous outrage of your duke to merchants, our well-dealing countrymen, who, wanting guilders to redeem their lives, have sealed his rigorous statutes with their blood, excludes all pity from our threatening looks. For, since the mortal and intestine jaws twist thy seditious countrymen and us, it hath, in solemn synods, been decreed, both by the Syracusans and ourselves, to admit no traffic to our adverse towns. Nay, more. If any born at Ephesus be seen at any Syracusan marts and fairs, again, if any Syracusan born come to the bay of Ephesus, he dies.
If any Syracusan born come to the bay of Ephesus, he dies.
His goods confiscate to the duke's dispose, unless 1,000 marks be levied to quit the penalty and to ransom him. Thy substance valued at the highest rate.
Thy substance valued at the highest rate
cannot amount unto 100 marks. Therefore, by law, thou art doomed to die.
Thou art doomed to die.
Yet is my comfort, when your words are done, my woes and likewise with the evening sun.
Well, Syracusian, say in brief the cause why thou departest from thy native home, and for what cause thou camest to Ephesus.
A heavier task could not have been imposed than for me to speak my griefs unspeakable. Yet that the world may witness that my death was wrought by nature and not by vile offense, I'll utter what my sorrows give me leave. In Syracuse was I born, and wed to a woman, happy but for me. We are so happy.
We're so happy.
And through me had not our luck been bad. With her I lived in joy. I'm so glad we're together.
Me too.
Our wealth increased by prosperous voyages. I often made to epidemium. Look how much money we have.
We have so much money.
Yes. Till my partner's death, and the great store of good at random left, drew me from kind embracements of my spouse. I have to leave.
Please don't go, but if you really have to, can I have a credit card?
From whom my absence was not 6 months before herself, almost at fainting under the pleasing pregnancy that women bear, forced her to seek provision to me.
Hi, here's your credit card. Also, I'm pregnant.
That's crazy. And soon and safe, arriving where she was, she became a mother of 2 goodly sons. Which was strange, the one so like the other, as could not be distinguished but by names. That very hour, in the same self inn, a lowly woman was delivered of such a burden, male twins.
Mommy!
Those, for their parents were exceeding poor, I bought and brought up to attend my 2 sons.
Mama's gonna have to sell you boys.
Boys, I brought you 2 servants.
Yes, serve us.
My wife, extremely proud of our 2 boys, made daily provision for our return home.
We have to go home. I can't take care of them all by myself. There's so many.
Unwilling, I agreed. Alas, too soon came aboard. A league from epidemium had we sailed, before the always wind-obeying sea gave any tragic instance of our harm. But longer did we not retain much hope, for what obscured light the heavens did grant, did but convey unto our fearful minds a dreadful warrant of immediate death.
Oh no!
Which though myself would gladly have embraced, yet the incessant weepings of my wife, who mourned for fashion, ignorant what to fear,
Oh my gosh, we're gonna die! Oh my gosh!
and the piteous plainings of the pretty babes, forced me to seek delays for them and me. And so it was, for other means was done. The sailors sought forsaken by lifeboats, and left the ship, then sinking right to us. My wife, more careful for the Latihorn, fastened him unto a small spare mast. And to him, one of the servant twins was bound, while I had been like heedful of the other. The children thus disposed, my wife and I, fixing our eyes on whom our care was fixed, fastened ourselves to either end of the mast. And floating straight, obedient to the storm, were carried towards Corinth as we thought. And by the benefit of his wished light, the seas waxed calm. And we discovered 2 distant ships were closing in on us. But ere let me say no more, gather the sequel by that once before.
Nay, forward, old man, do not break off so, for I may pity, though not pardon thee.
Oh, if the gods had pitied us, I never would have termed them merciless to us. For ere the ships could meet by twice 5 leagues, we were encountered by a mighty rock. Boom! Which, being violently borne upon, our helpful ship was splitted in the midst. So that in this unjust divorce of us, fortune had left to both of us alike. What to delight in, what to sorrow for. Her part, poor soul, seeming as burdened with lesser weight, but not with lesser woe, was carried with greater speed before the wind. And in our sight, they 3 were taken up by fishermen of Corinth.
Dad!
And we discovered a ship was closing in on us. And knowing whom it was their hap to save, gave healthful welcome to their shipwrecked guests, and would have saved the fishes from their prey, had not their bark been very slow of sail. Therefore did they bend their course homewards. Thus, have you heard me, severed from my bliss, my life prolonged, to tell sad stories of my misfortunes?
And for the sake of them thou sorrowest for, do me the favor to expand at full what hath befallen of them and thee till now.
My youngest boy, and yet my eldest care, at 18 years became inquisitive after his brother, and importuned me that his attendant, so his case was like. reft of his brother, but retained his name, might bear him company in his quest of him.
Dad, do I have a brother that looks just like me?
Yes, you do, son.
Well, may I go in search of him?
Yes, you may. Whom whilst I labored of a love to see, I hazarded the loss of whom I love. 5 summers have I spent in furthest Greece, roaming clean through the bounds of Asia, and coasting homeward came to Ephesus. Hopeless to find, yet loath to leave unsought, in that or any place that harbors men. But here must end the story of my life, and happy would I be in my timely death, if anyone could convince me that they live.
O hapless Aegean, whom the fates have marked to bear the extremity of dire mishap. Now, trust me, were it not against our laws, against my crown, my oath, my dignity,
Were it not against his crown, his dignity, his oath,
my soul prove as advocate for thee.
his soul would be an advocate for thee.
But though thou art adjudged to the death, and passed sentence may not be recalled,
Passed sentence may not be recalled,
but to our honor's great disparagement, yet I will favor thee in what I can. Therefore, merchant, I'll grant thee here 1 day
he'll grant you just 1 day.
to seek thy life by beneficial help. Try all the friends thou hast at Ephesus, beg thou or borrow to make up the sum,
Beg thou or borrow to make up the sum.
and live. If not, then thou art doomed to die.
Thou art doomed to die.
Hopeless and helpless doth Aegean wend, but to procrastinate his lifeless end.
So, what is there to see here in Ephesus?
Oh, it's a great city. You'll love it. There's this amazing restaurant down by the Centaur. It's got the best pork you will ever have. It's just juicy, suckling meat. You just have to try it. It's incredible.
What, Romeo?
I'm hungry.
Really?
I'm very hungry.
Well, that's not my problem.
I might die of hunger.
Romeo, I already told you, we're not having dinner until we get back to the inn.
Listen, Antipholus. Tell no one you hail from Syracuse, but say rather you are of Epidamia, lest your goods too soon be confiscated. This very day, a Syracusan merchant was arrested for arrival here, and not being able to buy out his life, according to the statute of the town, dies ere the weary sun sets in the west. Here is the money I kept safe for you.
Romeo? Go, bear it to the Centaur where we lodge, and stay there, Romeo, till I come to you. Within this hour, it will be dinner time. Till then, I'll view the manners of the town, peruse the traders, and gaze upon the buildings, and then return and sleep within mine inn. For with long travel I am stiff and weary. Get thee away. Now, Dromio, you won't spend a penny till I get there, right?
Just 1 drink.
No, Dromio. A trusty villain, sir, that very oft, when I am dull with care and melancholy, lightens my humor with his merry jests. What? Will you walk with me about the town, and then go to my inn and dine with me?
I am invited, sir, to certain merchants, of whom I hope to make much benefit. I crave your pardon. Soon, around 5 o'clock, I'll meet with you at the mart, and there consort you until bedtime. My present business calls me from you now.
Farewell till then. I will go lose myself and wander up and down to view the city.
I commend thee, sir, to your own content.
He that commends me to mine own content, commends me to the thing I cannot get. I to the world am like a drop of water, that in the ocean seeks another drop, who, falling there to find his fellow forth, unseen, inquisitive, confounds himself. So I, to find a mother and a brother, in quest of them, unhappy, lose myself. How now? How chanced thou art returned so soon?
Return so soon? Rather, approach too late. The chicken burns. The pig falls from the spit. When the clock struck 12 upon the bell, my mistress struck me one upon my cheek. She is so hot because the meat is cold. The meat is cold because you come not home. You come not home because you have no stomach. You have no stomach, having broke your fast. But I, that know what 'tis to fast and pray, am punished for your default today.
Stop on your wind, sir. Tell me this, I pray. Where is the money that I gave you?
The money you gave me?
Yeah, the money I gave you.
Oh, the money you gave me. The $20 you gave me to get your shoes repaired last week. The shoemaker has the money now. I don't have it.
I am not in a sportive humor. Tell me, and dally not, where is the money? Don't tell me you spent it already.
Ha ha, very funny. I pray you, sir, just as you sit at home at dinner. If I do not return home with you now, my mistress will take it out upon my head.
Come, Dromio, come. These jests are not in season. Reserve them till a merrier hour than this. Where is the gold I gave to thee?
To me, sir?
To thee, sir.
Why, you gave no gold to me.
Come on, sir knave. Have done your foolishness, and tell me where thou hast disposed the charge I gave to thee.
My charge was this, to fetch you from the mart home to your house, the Phoenix, sir, to dinner. My mistress and her sister wait for you.
Dromio, Dromio, Dromio. Tell me, in what safe place have you bestowed my money? For I shall break that marriage of yours, and stand on tricks and I know first. Where is the 1,000 marks in gold thou hast of me?
I have taken marks of yours upon my head, some of my mistress's marks upon my shoulders, but not 1,000 marks between you both. If I should pay your worship those again, I think you will not bear them patiently.
Thy mistress marks? What mistress, slave, hast thou?
Your worship's wife, my mistress at the Phoenix, and she doth fast till you come home to dinner, and prays that you will hie you home to dinner.
What? Wilt thou flout me thus unto my face, being forbid? There, take you that.
What the heck?
Oh, wanna have a fight? Yeah? Yeah? I understand. Yeah! Ha! Yeah! 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 Yeah!
Ah! What the heck? For God's sake, hold your hands!
Upon my life, by some device or other, the villain has been cheated of my money. They say this town is full of witchcraft, arts, of nimble jugglers that deceive the eye, dark-looking sorcerers that change the mind, soul-killing witches that deform the body, and many such like liberties of sin. If it proves so, I will be gone the sooner. I'll to the centaur to go seek this slave. I greatly fear my money is not safe.
Neither my husband nor the slave returned, that in such haste I sent to seek his master. Sure, Luciana, it is 2 o'clock.
Perhaps some merchant hath invited him, and from the mart he somewhere gone to dinner. Good sister, let us dine and never fret. A man is master of his liberty. Time is their master, and when they see time, they'll go or come. If so, be patient, sister.
Why should their liberty be more than ours?
Because their business all flies out of door.
Whene'er I serve him so, he takes it ill.
Oh, no, he is the bridle of your will.
There's none but asses will be bridled
liberty is lashed with woe. There's nothing take place under heaven's eye, but hath its bound in earth, in sea, and in sky. The beasts, the fishes, the wicked fowls are their male subjects and at their controls. Men, more divine, the masters of all these, lords of the wide world and wild watery seas, imbued with intellectual sense and souls of more preeminence than fish and fowls, are masters to their females and their lords. Then let your will attend on their accords.
This servitude is what keeps you unwed.
Not this, but the troubles of the marriage bed.
But were you wedded, you would have some sway.
Ere I learn love, I'll practice to obey.
How if your husband starts some other where?
Till he come home again, I would forbear.
Patience unmoved, no marvel that you pause. They can be meek that have no other cause. A wretched soul, bruised with adversity, we bid be quiet when we hear it cry. But were we weighted with like weight of pain, as much or more would we ourselves complain. But thou, that hast no unkind mate to grieve thee, with urgent, helpless patience wouldst thou relieve me. But if thou were the same as I bereft, thy full-begged patience in thee will be left.
Well, I will marry one day, but to try. Here comes your servant, now is your husband nigh.
Say, is your tardy master now at hand?
Nay, he's at 2 hands with me, and that my 2 ears can witness.
Say, didst thou speak with him? Knowest thou his mind?
Oh, yeah, he spoke his mind upon mine ears with his fists. But my lord, I couldn't understand his hands.
Spake he so doubtfully thou couldst not feel his meaning?
Oh, no, he struck so hard I could feel his blows too well. But my lord, he hit so hard I couldn't understand what he was trying to say.
But say, I prithee, is he coming home?
You want him to come home? Why, mistress, my master has gone.
He has gone where?
He has gone mad! Oh! I'm serious. He's stark, raving mad. When I desired him to come home for dinner, he asked me for 1,000 marks in gold. 'Tis dinner time, quoth I. My gold, quoth he. The meat doth burn, quoth I. My gold, quoth he. Will you come home, quoth I. My gold, quoth he. Where's the 1,000 marks I gave thee, villain? The pig, quoth I, is burned. My gold, quoth he. My mistress, sir, quoth I. Hang up thy mistress! I know not thy mistress! Out on thy mistress!
Okay. Quoth who?
Quoth my master! I know. Quoth he, no house, no wife, no mistress. The message that you sent me with, the message that I carried on my shoulders, I carried back upon my tongue. For in conclusion, he did beat me there.
Go back, thou slave, and fetch him home.
Go back again, so he can beat me home. For God's sake, send some other messenger.
Back, slave, or I will crack thy skull with a new beating.
Oh, great. And he will bless that cross with another beating. Between you, I shall have a holy head.
Complain, peasant! Fetch thy master home!
Am I so blunt with you as you with me that, like a football, you can spurn me thus? You spurn me hence, and he will spurn me hither. For me to last in this service, case me in mother!
Fie, how impatience show in your face.
His company must other women grace, whilst I at home starve for a merry look. Hath homely age the alluring beauty took from my poor cheek. wasted it. Are my discourses dull, barren my wit? If pleasant conversation be marred, unkindness blunts it more than marble hard. Do pretty smiles bait his affections? That's not my fault. He's master of my state. What ruins in me, if any found, were ruined by him, for he's the ground of my defeatures. My decayed fare, a sunny look of his would soon repair. But, like an unruly deer, he jumps the fence and feeds for home. Poor I am but his stale.
Self-harming jealousy. 5, beat attempts.
Unfeeling fools can with such wrongs dispense. I know his eye doth homage otherwhere. Or else what lets it that he would be here? Sister, you know he promised me a chain. Would that a chain of love he would detain to keep fair quarter with his bed? Because my beauty cannot please his eye, I'll weep what's left away and weeping die.
How many fond fools serve mad jealousy?
Antipholus, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You know, you really should stop by the Porpentine and visit me.
Well, I do have that girl at home.
Don't be silly. She'll never know.
Well, maybe you could convince me of that. Well, I'll see you later.
Men.
The gold I gave to Dromio is laid up safe at the Centaur. Why the devil did he tell me that it wasn't? How now, sir, is your merry humor altered? If you love strokes, so jest with me again. You know no Centaur. You received no gold. Your mistress sent to have me home to dinner. My house is at the Phoenix. Wast thou mad, that thus so madly thou didst answer me?
What answer, sir? Whence make I such a word?
Even now, even here, not half an hour past.
I have not seen you since you sent me hence with the gold you gave me.
Villain, thou didst deny the gold's receipt, and toldst me of a mistress and a dinner, for which I hope thou feltst I was displeased.
I'm glad to see you in this merry vein. What means this jest? I pray you, master, tell me.
Yea, dost thou jeer and flout me in the teeth? Thinkst thou I jest? Hold, take thou that and that.
Look, sir.
Round two, ready? Yeah! 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 Yeah!
Stop it! Now your justice is earned. What bribe did you give at me?
You think, because I commonly do use you for my fool and chat with you, your sauciness will jest upon my love and make a common of my more serious hours. When the sun shines, let foolish gnats make sport, but creep in crannies when it hides its beams. If you will jest with me, look at my face, and fashion your demeanor to my looks, or I will beat this method in your sconce.
Sconce? Call you it? If you would quit beating on it, it would be a head. But if you keep beating on it much longer, I'll need to get a sconce for my head and ensconce it too. Or else I shall find my head in my shoulders. But I pray, sir, why am I beaten?
Dost thou not know?
I know nothing but that I am beaten.
Shall I tell you why?
Aye, sir, and wherefore? For they say, every why hath a wherefore.
Why, first, for flouting me, and wherefore, for urging it the second time to me.
Was there ever any man thus beaten out of season, when in the why and wherefore was neither rhyme nor reason? Well, sir, I take
I'll make you amends next, to give you nothing for something. But say, sir, is it dinner time?
I wish, but no. The meat is too tough. I think the meat needs what I have.
In good time, sir, what's that?
A beating. But when I do eat, I am gonna have chocolate ice cream with chocolate chips and chocolate fudge and chocolate sauce and sauce. Who walks us yonder?
Antipholus, look strange and frown. Some other mistress hath thy sweeter smiles. I am not Adriana, nor thy wife. The time was once when thou, unurged wouldst thou, that no words music to thine ear, that no object pleasing to thine eye, that no touch well welcome to thine hand, that no meat sweet savored in thy taste, unless I spake or looked or touched or carved to thee. How comes it now, my husband? Oh, how comes it that thou art thus estranged from thyself? Thyself I call it, being strange to me. Who, undividable, incorporate, and better than thyself, your better part, I do not tear thyself away from me. For no, my love, as easy mayst thou pass, a drop of water in the breaking gulf, and take unmingled that same drop again, without addition or diminishing, as take thyself from me, and not me too. How dearly would it touch me to the quick, if thou wert to hear that I were licentious, that this body, consecrate to thee, by ruffian lust, should be contaminate. Wouldst thou not spit at me, and spurn at me, and throw the name of husband in my face, and tear the stained skin off my harlot brow, and from my false hand cut the wedding ring, and break it with a deep, divorcing vow? I know thou canst, and therefore see thou do it. I am possessed with an adulterate blot. My blood is mingled in the crime of lust. If we two be one, and thou play false, I do digest the poison of thy flesh. By your contagion am I strumpeted. Keep then farley, and truce with thy true bed. I live unstained, thou undishonored.
Lead you to me, fair dame. I know you not. In Ephesus I am but 2 hours old, as foreign to your town as to your talk, and all my words by all my wits being scanned. There's not a single word I understand.
Fine, brother. How the world has changed with you. When were you wont to use my sister thus? She sent for you, by Dromio, home to dinner.
By Dromio?
By me? By thee. And this did thou relate to him, that he did buffet thee, and in his blows denied my house for his, and me for his wife.
Did you converse, sir, with this gentlewoman? What is the course and drift of your compact?
I, sir? I never saw her in all my life.
Villain, thou liest, for even her very words didst thou deliver to me on the mart.
I never spake with her in all my life.
How can she thus call us by our names? Unless it be by inspiration.
How ill agrees it with your gravity to counterfeit thus grossly with your slave, abetting him to thwart me in my move. If it's from my wrong that you are from me kept, don't wrong that wrong with even more contempt. Come, I will fasten on this sleeve of thine. Thou art an elm, my husband, I a vine, whose weakness, married to thy stronger state, makes me with thy strength to communicate. If aught possess thee from me, it is dross, usurping ivy, briar, or idle moss, who, all for want of pruning, with intrusion, infect thy sap, and live on thy confusion.
To me she speaks. She moves me for her theme. What? Was I married to her in my dream? Or sleep I now, and think I hear all this? What errors drive our eyes and ears amiss? Until I know this sure uncertainty, I'll entertain the offered fallacy.
Dromio, go bid the servants spread for dinner.
Oh, for my beads! I cross me for a sinner. This is the very night. Oh, spite of spites! We walk with goblins, owls, and sprites. If we obey them not, this will ensue. They'll suck our breath, or pinch us black and blue.
Why prayest thou to thyself and answerest not? Dromio, thou drone, thou snail, thou slug, thou salt.
I am transformed, master, am I not?
I think transformed in mind, and so am I.
Nay, both in mind and in shape.
If thou art changed to something, 'tis an ass.
'Tis true, she rides me, and I long for grass.
Come, come, no longer will I be a fool, to put my finger in my eye and weep, whilst man and master laugh my woes to scorn. Come, sir, to dinner. Dromio, keep the gate. My husband, today we will dine. I will forgive you of 1,000 idle pranks. Sirrah, if any ask to see your master, say that he dines above, and let no creature enter. Come, sister. Dromio, play the porter well.
Am I in earth, in heaven, or in hell? Sleeping or waking, daft or well advised, known unto these and to myself disguised? I'll say as they say, and persever so, and in this cloud a grand adventure go.
Master, shall I be porter at the gate?
Aye, and let none enter, lest I break your pate.
Come, come, Antipholus, we dine too late.
Good Signora Angela, you must excuse us all. My wife is shrewish when I am late for dinner. Say that I lingered with you at your shop to see the making of her chain, and that tomorrow I will bring it home. But here's a villain lying to my face. He met me on the mart, said that I did beat him, that I charged him with 1,000 marks in gold, and that I did deny my wife and house. Thou drunkard, thou, what didst thou mean by this?
Say what you will, sir, but I know what I know. You beat me at the mart. I have your hands to show. If my skin were parchment and the blows you gave were ink, your own handwriting would tell you what I think.
I think thou art an ass.
Nay, so it doth appear by the wrongs I suffer and the blows I bear, I should kick being kicked. And being at that pass, you would flee from my heels and beware of an ass.
You're so serious, Senor Balthazar. Pray God a good meal will show you my goodwill and your good welcome here.
Your good welcome is enough for me, Antipholus.
Oh, Senor Balthazar, what is a good welcome without a great feast?
A great feaster is a common thing that any wealthy man affords.
And welcome is more common, for that's nothing but words.
A small meal with a great welcome makes a merry feast.
Well, when you sit at my table, Senor Balthazar, you must eat. My cook is one of the best in town. Wait until you taste her roast suckling pig and potatoes. And I have a beautiful bottle of Riesling to go with it.
Well, I am hungry. I could eat.
And I as well. I hope she made some of her wonderful blackberry cobbler.
I'm sure that she did. The door is locked. Dromio, call for someone to open the door.
Oh, Maud? Bridget? Mary?
Oh, stupid! Hey, idiot! Yo, knucklehead!
What clown's manner doorkeep? My master waits in the street.
Let him walk back from whence he came, lest he catch cold on his feet.
Who talks within there? Yo, open the door.
Right, sir, I'll tell you when, if you'll tell me wherefore.
I break open the gate?
You'll be doing crime when the officer comes around.
Who is making all that noise?
Are you there, wife? You might have come before.
Your wife's surname? Don't get you from the door.
Oh my gosh! Here is neither cheer, sir, nor welcome. We would gladly have either.
Bidding up who's best, we shall harbor neither.
There is something in the wind that we cannot get in.
Master, you wait here in the cold while your pigs gone within.
Go fetch me something. I'm gonna break open the gate.
Breaking here, and I'll break your name's pig.
A man may break a word with you, sir, but words are but wind. If I break it in your face, I'll break it from behind.
Break it in my face, and I'll break one on your behind.
Enough breaking already! Let us in!
Get me a crowbar. I'm gonna break this damn door down.
A crowbar?
You heard me, an iron crowbar.
Have patience, sir. Well, let it not be so. Herein you war against your reputation, and draw within the circle of suspect the unviolated honor of your wife. In short, your long experience of her wisdom, her sober virtue, years, and modesty, plead on her part some cause to you unknown. And doubt not, sir, and she will well explain why at this time the doors are closed against you. Be ruled by me. Depart in patience, and let us to the Tiger all today. And about evening, come yourself alone to know the reason of this strange restraint. If by strong hand you offer to break in now, in the stirring passage of the day, a vulgar comment will be made of it, for slander lives upon succession, forever housed where it gets possession.
You have prevailed. I will depart in quiet, and, in despite of mirth, mean to be merry. I know a wench of excellent discourse, pretty and witty, wild and too kind. Aha! To there will we dine. Good sir, get you home. Fetch the chain and bring it to the porpentine. For theirs I will bestow on mine hostess there, be it nothing but to spite my wife. Good sir, make haste. Since my own doors refuse to entertain me, I'll go elsewhere to see if they'll abstain me.
I'll meet you at the place some hour hence.
Do so. This jest will cost me some expense.
And could it be that you have quite forgotten a husband's duty? Shall Antipholus, even in the spring of love, thy love springs rot? Shall love, in growing, grow so ruinous? If you did wed my sister for her wealth, then, for her wealth's sake, use her with more kindness. Or, if you love elsewhere, do it by stealth, muffle your false love with some show of blindness. Let not my sister read it in your eye. Be not thy tongue thy own shame's orator. Look sweet, be fair, become disloyalty. Apparel vice like a virtue's messenger. Bear a fair presence, though your heart be deformed. Teach sin the carriage of a holy face. Be secret false, what need she be informed? What simple thief brags of his own disgrace? 'Tis double wrong to truant with your bed, and let her read it in thy looks at board. Shame hath the bastard fame well managed. Ill deeds are doubled with an evil word. Alas, poor women, make us but believe, being composed of trust, that you love us. Though others have the arm, show us the sleeve. We in your motion turn, and you may move us. Then, gentle brother, get you in again. Comfort my sister, cheer her, call her wife. 'Tis holy sport to be little vain, when the sweet breath of flattery conquers strife.
Sweet mistress, what your name is else I know not, nor by what wonder you did define. You show not less in knowledge and in grace than this earth's wonder, more than earth divine. Teach me, dear creature, how to think and speak. Lay open to my earthy gross conceit, smothered in errors, feeble, shallow, weak, the folded meaning of your words to seek. Against my soul's pure truth, Why labor you to make it wander in an unknown field? Are you a god? Would you create me new? Transform me then into your power, I'll yield. But if that I am I, then well I know your weeping sister is no wife of mine, nor to her bed my homage do I owe. Far more, to you do I incline. Disdain me not, sweet mermaid, with thy note, to drown me in thy sister's flood of tears. Sing, siren, and I will dote, and spread o'er the silver waves thy golden hairs, and as a bed I'll take them and there lie, and in that glorious supposition think, he gains by death that hath such means to die. Let love, being light, be drowned if it sing.
What? Are you mad that you do reason so?
Not mad, but mated. How, I do not know.
It is a false that springeth from your eye.
For gazing on your beams, fair sun, being by.
Gaze where you should, and that will clear your sight.
As good to close my eyes as look on night.
Why call me love? Please, call my sister so.
Thy sister.
That's my sister.
No, it is thyself. Mine own self's better heart. Mine eyes' clear eye. My dear heart's dearer heart. My food, my fortune, and my sweet hope's aim. My soul earth's heaven, and my heaven's flame.
All this my sister is, or else should be.
Call thyself sister, sweet, for I am thine. With thee will I love, and with thee lead my life. Thou hast no husband yet, nor I no wife. Give me thy hand.
Be quiet, sir. Hold you still. I'll fetch my sister to get her goodwill.
How now, Dromio? Where runnest thou so fast?
Do you know me, sir? Am I Dromio? Am I your man? Am I myself?
Thou art Dromio. Thou art my man. Thou art thyself.
I am an ass. I am a woman's man, and besides myself.
What woman's man? And how besides thyself? Besides thyself?
Besides myself. I am claimed by a woman. One that haunts me. One that will have me.
What claim lays she to thee?
Such a claim as you would have to your horse. And she would have me as a beast. Not that I, being a beast, she would have me, but that she, being a very beastly creature, wants to have me.
Who is she?
She's a very French body, such a one as a man may not speak of, without he saying, excuse my French. I have lean luck in the match, despite it is a wondrous fat marriage.
How dost thou mean a fat marriage?
She's a kitchen wench and all grease. I know not what used to put her to, but to make a lamp of her and run from her by her own light. I guarantee her rags and all the grease in them would burn a coal in winter. If she lives till doomsday, she'll burn a week longer than the whole world.
What complexion has she?
Sorry, like my shoe, but not nearly as clean as my shoe. And why? She sweats. A man could wade in overshoes in her sweat.
Well, that's a fault. That's washing will end.
No, sir, it's ingrained. Noah's blood could not cleanse her.
What is her name?
No, but her name and 3/4. That's an L, and 3/4 could not measure her from hip to hip. She's the same from head to foot as hip to hip. She's spherical, like a globe. I could live 8 countries in her.
In what part of her body stands Ireland?
Mary, sir, in her buttocks. I found it by the bogs.
Where? Scotland.
Found it by the Baroness, hard in the palm of the hand.
Where? France.
In her forehead, armed and reverted, making war against her heir.
Where? England.
I looked for the chalky cliffs, but I could find no whiteness in them. But I guess it stood near Chin, by the snot that ran between it and France.
Where? Spain.
Faith, I saw it not, but I felt it hot in her breath.
Where? America. The Indies.
Upon her nose, all draining their aspects so hot with Spain.
Where stood Belgium, the Netherlands?
Oh, sir, I did not look so low. What kind of person do you think I am? To conclude, this sorceress, who laid claim to me, called me Dromio, swore I was betrothed to her, told me what private marks I had about me, like the mark on my shoulder, the mole in my neck, the great war on my left arm, that I, amazed, ran from her as from a witch who would turn me into a little lapdog.
Go hide me presently close to the road, and if the wind blow any way from shore, I will not harbor in this town tonight. If any ship put out, come to the mart, where I will walk till thou return to. If everyone knows us, and we know none, 'tis high time, I think, to trudge, pack, and be gone.
As from a bear, a man would run for life, I fly from her who wants to be my wife.
There's none but witches do inhabit here, and therefore 'tis high time that I repents. She that doth call me husband, even my soul doth for a wife abhor. But her fair sister, possessed of such a gentle sovereign grace, of such sweet presence and discourse, hath almost made me traitor to myself. But, lest myself be guilty to self-wrong, I'll stop mine ears against the mermaid's song.
Master Antipholus.
Aye, that's my name.
I know it well, sir. Lo, here is the chain. I thought to have met you at the Clementine. The chain unfinished made me stay so long.
What is your will that I shall do?
What please yourself, sir? I have made it for you.
Made it for me, sir. I bespoke it not.
Not once, nor twice, but 20 times you have. Go home with it and please your wife withal. And soon, at supper time, I'll visit you, and then receive my money for the chain.
I pray you, sir, receive the money now, for fear you ne'er see chain nor money more.
You are a merry man, sir. Fare you well.
What I should think of this, I cannot tell. But this I know. There's no man is so vain that would refuse so fair an offered chain. I see a man here needs not live by tricks, when in the streets he meets such golden gifts. I'll to the mart, and there for Dromio stay. If any ship put out, then straightway.
Sempre
You know since Easter time the sum is due, and since I have not much importuned you, nor now I have not, but that I am bound to Persia, and I need money for my voyage. Therefore make present satisfaction, or I'll attach you by these officers.
The very sum that I do owe to you is owed and owing to me by Antipholus. And in the instant that I met with you, he had me a chain. At 5 o'clock I shall receive the money for the same. Please, if you walk with me down to his house, I will discharge my debt and thank you too.
The labor may you say, see where he comes.
Well, I go to the goldsmith's house. Go thou and buy me a whip that I will use to punish my wife for locking me out today. But wait, I see the goldsmith. Get thee gone. Buy me a whip and bring it home to me.
A whip. This will be fun.
Signora Angela, I was promised your presents and a chain, but neither chain nor goldsmith came to me. Perhaps you thought our love would last too long, if it were chained together, and therefore came not?
Respecting your merry humor, here's the note how much your chain weighs to the utmost carat, the finest of the gold, and the cost of the labor, which doth amount to 3 odd ducats more than I stand indebted to this gentleman. I pray you, see him presently discharged, whom he is bound to see and stays but for it.
I am not furnished with present money. Besides, I have business in the town. Take the stranger to my house, and with you take the chain. Bid my wife disperse the sum on the receipt thereof. Perchance, I'll be there the same as you.
Then you will bring the chain to her yourself?
No, bear it with you, lest I come not time enough.
Well, sir, I will. Have you the chain about you?
And if I not, I hope you have. Or else you may return without your money.
Nay, come, I pray you, sir, give me the chain. Both wind and tide stay for this gentleman, and I, at fault blame, have held him here too long.
Good Lord, you use this dalliance to excuse your breach of promise at the Porpentine. I should have chid you for not bringing it, but, like a shrew, you first begin to brawl.
The hour steals on. I pray you, sir, dispatch. I want my money.
You hear how he importunes me, the chain.
Why? Give it to my wife and receive your money.
Come, you know I gave it you even now. Either send the chain or send by me some token.
Come on now, you beat this joke into the ground. Where's the chain? I pray you, let me have it.
My business cannot brook this dalliance. Good sir, say whether you'll answer me or no. If not, I'll attach him by these officers.
I answer you? What should I answer you?
The money that you owe me for the chain.
I owe you none till I receive the chain.
You know I gave it you half an hour since.
You gave me none. You wronged me much to say so.
You wrong me more, sir, in denying it. Consider how it harms my reputation.
That's it. Or officers, arrest him at my suit.
I do arrest thee, and I charge thee in the Duke's name to obey me.
This touches me and reputation. Either consent to pay the sum for me, or I attach you by this officer.
Consent to pay for what I never had? Arrest me, foolish fellow, if thou darest.
Arrest him, officer. I would not spare my brother in this case, if he should scorn me so apparently.
I do. You hear the suit.
Well, sir, come your ways. Come on. it's gotten even better. Come on, put it right there. Okay, yeah.
Time out, boss.
Yeah? You need some time? You need some time?
You may do this.
Yeah?
Sir, I will have law in Ephesus. To your notorious shame, I doubt it not.
Master, there's a ship of epidemic that stays till our owner comes aboard. And then, sir, she bears away. Our luggage, sir, is loaded aboard. Besides some good bread, salami, cheese, and an excellent bottle of Spanish brandy I found at the market. The ship is in her trim. The merry wind blows fair from land. They stay for not at all, but for their owner, master, and thyself.
How now? A madman. What ship of epidemium stays for me?
The ship you sent me to hire passage on.
Thou drunken slave, I sent thee for a whip.
Not for a whip. You sent me for a ship.
I'll debate this matter at more liege and teach your ears to hear me with more heed. To Adriana, villain, hie thee straight. Give her this key and tell her in the desk that's covered over with Turkish tapestry, there's a purse of ducats. Let her send it. Tell her I am arrested in the street, and that shall bail me. Be gone, slave. To prison, officer, till it come.
To Adriana. That is where we done. Where Big Nellie declined me for her husband. She is too big, I hope, for me to compass. Thither I must, although against my will, for servants must their master's minds fulfill.
Luciana, did he tempt thee so? Mightst thou perceive austerely in his eye that he in earnest did plead yea or no? Looked he red or pale, or sad or merry? What observation makest thou in this case of his heart's meteors tilting in his face?
First, he denied you had in him no right.
He meant he did me none, the more my spite.
Then swore he that he was a stranger here.
And true he swore, though yet forsworn he were.
Then I pleaded for you.
And what said he?
That the love I begged for you, he begged of me.
With what persuasion did he tempt thy love?
With words that in an honest suit might move. He first did praise my beauty, then my speech.
Did speak him fair?
Have patience, I beseech.
I cannot, nor I will not, hold me still. My tongue, though not my heart, shall have his will. He is deformed, crooked, old and sear, ill-faced, worse-bodied, shapeless everywhere. Vicious, ungentle, foolish, blunt, unkind, stigmatical in making, worse in mind.
Who would be jealous then of such a one? No evil loss is wailed when it is gone.
Ah, but I think him better than I say, and yet would hear in others' eyes were worse. Far from her nest, the lapwing cries away. My heart doth pray for him, though my tongue do curse.
Here, the person money now, hurry!
How hast thou lost thy breath?
By running fast.
Romeo, where is thy master? Is he well?
No, he's in limbo, worse than hell. A devil has him, a fiend, a fury, pitiless and rough. A hound that carries poor souls to hell.
What, sir, is the matter?
I do not know the matter, but that he is arrested.
What? He is arrested?
He is arrested, busted. Will you send him, mistress, the ducats, the bail money in his desk?
Go fetch them, sister. This I wonder at, that he, unknown to me, should be in debt. Tell me, was he arrested on a debt?
No, not a debt, but on a stronger thing. A chain. Do you not hear a ring?
What, the chain?
No, the bell. Just time we were gone. It was 2 where I left him, and now the clock strikes 1.
The hours go in reverse. That's what I never hear.
Oh yes, if any hour meets an officer, he reverses for very fear. Get it? The hours turn back like the clocks in Indiana?
That I never hear. How fondly dost thou reason?
No, time is a thief. Have you not heard men say that time comes stealing on by night and day? And if time steals, time is arrested. And does time, like my master.
Is the money, Dromio? Go fetch thy master and bring him home immediately. Come, sister, I am pressed down with conceit. Conceit my comfort and my injury.
There's not a man I meet but doth salute me, as if I were his well-acquainted friend, and everyone doth call me by my name. How can this be? It must be that this town is full of sorcerers.
Master, here's the gold you sent me for.
What gold is this?
The gold you sent me for, the ducats in your desk.
I never sent you for any gold.
Yes, you did. You said, go to Adriana, at my desk. I'm arrested. Bail money, bail me out now.
I never said that.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. I sent you for a ship.
I got you a ship, and then you sent me back for the ducats.
Dromio, pull yourself together. You are losing it. I think we are both losing it. I think we are wandering in an illusion.
Wandering in an illusion?
Yes, I think we are under the power of an evil sorceress.
An evil sorceress. Hello, Antipholus.
Hello.
Have you been hiding on me, Antipholus?
No. Do I know you?
I really enjoyed our little dinner today.
We had dinner.
You are such a funny boy. You said you had a special present for me. Angela the goldsmith told me about the pretty chain you had made just for me.
This chain?
Yes, and I gave you my ring to keep, to remember me always. You do always want to remember me, don't you, Antipholus?
Master, this is Mistress Satan.
How do you know?
She's the devil's own mother, and comes here dressed like a loose-woman. It is written, Satan will appear to men like an angel of light, and light is an effect of fire, and fire will burn. Ergo, loose women will burn. Come now.
Your man is very funny, Antipholus. Will you go with me? I know someplace we can have a little drink together. Just near me.
Get thee behind me, Satan! Thou art, as you are all, a sorceress! I conjure thee to leave me and be gone!
Neither mind that you had a dinner or the chain you promised, and I'll be gone and not trouble you.
Some devils ask but a paring of one's nail, a hair, a drop of blood. But she, more covetous, would have a chain. Don't give it to her.
I pray you, sir, my ring, or else the chain. I hope you do not mean to cheat me so.
Satan!
Begone, thou witch!
Now, out of doubt, Antipholus is mad, else would he never so demean himself. I'll bring ye half of mine worth 40 ducats, and of the same he promised me a chain. Both one and other he denies me now. The reason that I gather he is mad, besides this present instance of his rage, is a mad tale he told today at dinner, of his own doors being shut against his entrance, but like his wife, acquainted with his fits, on purpose shut the doors against his way. My way is now to hie home to his house and tell his wife that, being a lunatic, he rushed into my house and took perforce my ring away. This course I fittest choose, for 40 ducats is too much to lose.
You got lucky this time. Wait until the Duke finds out about this. I'm a war veteran and hero in this town. That I should be arrested in Ephesus, I tell you, will sound harshly in his ears. But here's my man. How now, Romeo? Have you got to say before?
Here's that. I warrant you will pay them all.
But where's the money?
Why, sir, I give the money to the wit.
Villain for a wit?
Nah, it didn't cost that much. But I got the best one I could find. Isn't it a beauty?
You idiots, give it to me.
Give it to you?
Give it to me now.
Are you sure?
Let me have it.
Okay.
Good sir, be patient.
Nate, just for me to be patient. I'm in adversity.
Good, now hold that tongue.
Nate, brother, persuade him to hold his hands.
No sense, villain.
That was senseless indeed. But I wish I was senseless that I might not feel your blows.
Thou art sensible in nothing but blows. So is an axe.
I'm an ass indeed. I'm beaten like an ass. Stop. I've served him from the moment of my birth until this instant. And I have from my service nothing but blows. When I'm asleep, he wakes me with beating. I'm driven out of doors with it when I go from home. I'm welcomed home with it when I return.
How say you now? Husband mad? His infidelity confirms no less. Good Dr. Finch, you are a conqueror. Please bring him to his senses once again.
And let it through your ear. I'm not mad. You minion, you! Who is it dined at my house? Well, the door shut and I locked out. Dine at home? Woman, what are you talking about? Romeo, did I dine at home?
No, sir, you did not bring a home tonight.
Did not she herself provide me there?
She did! Your wife herself reviled you there.
Were not my doors locked and I shut out?
Yup, your doors were locked and you shut out.
Did not accuse me of taunt and scorn me as well?
Oh, yes, she did. She taunted and scorned you.
Knock it off!
In truth, you did. My beaten bones bear witness.
Is it good to soothe him in these contraries? It's no shame that fellow finds me, as well as friends.
Thou hast required the goldsmith to arrest me.
I sent you money to redeem you. By Dromio, who came in haste for it.
No, not by me.
Whence not to her for a purse of ducats?
He paid me, and I loved it.
And I am witness with her that she did.
Thank God the whipmaker bear me witness that I was sent for nothing but a whip.
Mistress, he got her fast. I tried to pay the deadly blow, but he found the door.
Say where? Didst thou lock me up today? And why didst thou deny me?
I did not, gentle husband, lock this
Come to the centaur. Fetch our stuff from thence. I long that we were safe and sound aboard.
Fine by me. I'll do anything to escape that mountain of mad flesh that claims me for her husband.
I will not stay tonight for all the town. Therefore away, to get our stuff aboard.
I am sorry, sir, that I've hindered you, but I protest. He had the chain of me. The most dishonestly he doth deny it.
How is the man esteemed here in the city?
A very reverend reputation, sir. Of credit infinite, highly beloved. Second to none that lives here in the city. His word might bear my wealth at any time.
Speak softly yonder, as I think he walks.
'Tis so! And that same chain about his neck, which he forswore most monstrously to have. Good sir, draw near to me. I will speak to him. Signor Antipholus, I wonder much that you would put me to this shame and trouble, and that without some scandal to yourself. With circumstance and oaths so to deny this chain which now you wear so openly. Beside the charge, the shame, imprisonment, you have done wrong to this my honest friend, who, but for staying on for this, had hoisted sail and put to sea today this chain you had of me. Can you deny it?
I think I have. I never did deny it.
That you did, sir, and forswore it too.
Who heard me to deny it or forswear
These ears of mine, thou knowest it hear thee. Fie on thee, wretch. 'Tis pity thou livest, and walk where any honest man resort.
it? Thou art unwilling to impeach me thus. I'll prove mine honor and mine honesty against thee presently, if thou darest stand.
I dare to defy thee for a villain.
Oh! Pertinax! Run this out! I'm mad! It's a people! Wherefore throng you hither? To fetch my poor distracted husband hence. Let us in that we may bind him fast and bear him home for his recovery. No.
How long hath this possession held the man?
Today, he hath been heavy, sour, sad, and much different from the man he was. But, till this afternoon, his passion ne'er brake into extremity of rage.
Hath he not lost much wealth by wreck of sea? Buried some, dear friend. Hath not else his eye strayed his affection and unlawful love? Sin prevailing much in youthful men, who give their eyes the liberty of pleasing. Which of these sorrows is he subject to?
To none of these, except it be the last. Namely, some love that drew him off from home.
You should for that have reprehended him.
And so I did.
Aye, but not rough enough.
As roughly as my modesty would let me.
Perhaps in private.
And in assemblies too.
Aye, but not enough.
It was the topic of our conversation. In bed he slept not for my urging it. At board he fed not for my urging it. Alone it was the subject of my theme. In companies I often glanced at it. Still did I tell him it was vile and bad.
And there came it the man was mad. The venom clamors of a jealous woman. Poison more deadly than a mad dog's tooth. Thou sayest his sleep was hindered by thy railing, and thereof comes it, his head was light. Thou sayest his meat was sauced with thy upbraidings. Unquiet meals make ill digestions, and thereof the raging fire of fever bred. And what's a fever but fits of madness? Thou sayest his sports were hindered by thy brawls. Sweet recreation barred, what doth ensue but moody and dull melancholy? Kinsman to grim and comfortless despair. And at its heels, a huge, infectious troop of pale distemperatures and foes to life. In food, in sport, and life-preserving rest, To be disturbed would mad a man or beast. The consequence is then, thy jealous fits hath scared thy husband from the use of wits.
She never reprehended him but mildly when he behaved himself rough, rude, and wildly. Why bear you these rebukes and answer not?
She did betray me to my own reproof. Good people, enter and lay hold on him.
No, that creature enters my house.
Then let your servants bring my husband forth.
Neither. He took this place for sanctuary, and it shall give him freedom from your hands, till I have brought him to his wits again, or lose my labor in attempting it.
I will attend my husband, be his nurse, die to sickness, for it is my office, and I will have no attorney but myself. And therefore, let me have him home with me.
Be patient, for I will not let him stir till I have used the approved means I have, with wholesome potions, drugs, and holy prayers, to make of him a formal man again. It is a branch and parcel of mine oath, a charitable duty of my order. Therefore, depart and leave him here with me.
I will not hence and leave my husband here. And ill it doth beseem your holiness to separate the husband and the wife.
Be quiet and depart. Thou shalt not have him.
Complain unto the Duke of this indignity.
Come, go, I will fall prostrate at his feet, and ne'er rise until my tears and prayers have bid his grace to come in person here, and take my husband perforce from the abbess.
By this, I think, the dial points at 5, and soon I'm sure the Duke himself in person comes this way to the melancholy vale, the place of death and sorry execution, behind the ditches of the abbey here.
Upon what cause?
To see a reverend Syracusian merchant who sailed unluckily unto this bay against the laws and statutes of this town, beheaded publicly for his offense.
See where they come. We will behold his death.
Kneel to the Duke before he passed the abbey.
Yet once again proclaim it publicly. If any shall pay the sum for him, he shall not die. So much we pity him.
Justice, most sacred Duke, against the abbess.
She is a virtuous and reverend lady. It cannot be that she hath done thee wrong.
May it please your grace, Antipholus, my husband, whom I made lord of me and all I had. After importunate letters, this ill day, a most outrageous fit of madness took him. Desperately, he hurried through the streets, with him his bondman, all as mad as he, doing displeasure to the citizens, taking thence rubies, jewels, anything his rage did like. Once did I get him bound and sent him home, but he broke from those that had the guard of him, and fled into this abbey here. The abbess shut the gates on us, and will not suffer us to fetch him hence. Therefore, most gracious Duke, by your command, bring my husband forth, and bear him hence for help.
Time past thy husband has served me in my wars, and I to thee engage for him a prince's favor, when thou didst make him master of thy event, to do him all the grace and good I could. Go knock at the abbey gate, and bid the lady abbess come hither. I will determine this before I stir.
Sheriffs, stand yourselves! Both master and man are broke loose. They beat my assistants, and since our hair brands of fire, unless you send for some help, they will kill us all.
What man and master are in this abbey here?
Mistress, upon my life I tell you truth. I have not breathed almost as I did see it. He vows and cries, if he can take you, to scorch your face with fire, and to disfigure you.
Adriano!
Hark, hark, I hear him now! Fly, God!
Come, stand by me. Fear nothing.
I mean, it is my husband!
I'm gonna kill you. Justice, most gracious Duke. Oh, grant me justice, even for the service that long since I did thee. When I stood by thee in the wars, he took deep scars to save thy life. So grant me justice.
Unless the fear of death make me dote, I see my son Antipholus and Dromio.
Justice, sweet prince, against that woman there. She whom gave to be my wife. that have abused and dishonored me even in the height and strength of injury. Beyond all imagination are the wrongs that she this day hath shamelessly thrown on me.
Uncover how, and thou shalt find me just.
This day, great Duke, she shut my doors on me, while in my house she feasted with harlots.
A grievous fault. Say, woman, didst thou so?
No, good Lord. He, myself, and my sister today to dine together. As this is false, befall my soul, he burdens me with all.
Ne'er may I look on day nor sleep on night, but she tells to your highness the simple truth.
Oh, perjured woman, that you both were sworn. And this the madman justly chargeth them.
My liege, I am advised with what I say, neither disturbed with the effect of wine, nor heady rash provoked with raging ire, albeit my wrongs might make a wiser one mad. This day, great Duke, she locked the doors on me. That goldsmith there could witness it, if she were not packed with her, for she was with me then. She parted with me, going to fetch a chain. Later, we met, and she swore I had already received the chain, which God knows I saw not. For this, she did arrest me by an officer. I did obey, and I sent my servant home for certain ducats. He with none returned. On the way, we met my wife, her sister, and a one Dr. Pinch, a conjurer, who, gazing into my eyes, feeling my pulse, cried out that I was possessed. Then they all bound me. I escaped and immediately ran hither to your grace, to whom I beseech to make ample satisfaction for these deep shames and great indignities.
My lord, in truth, thus far I witnessed with him. Then he dined not at home, but was locked out.
But had he such a chain of thee or no?
He had, my lord.
Besides, I will be sworn, these eyes of mine saw the chain you had.
I never saw the chain in my life, so help me heaven.
What an intricate impeach is this? I think y'all have drunk of Circe's cup. If here you housed him, here he would have been. If he were mad, he would not be so coldly. You say he dined at home. The goldsmith here denies that saying. Sirrah, what say you?
Sir, he dined with her there at the Porpentine.
He did, sir, and from my finger snatched that ring.
'Tis true, my liege. This ring I had of her.
Saw'st him thou enter the abbey here?
As sure, my liege, as I do see your grace.
Why, this is strange. Go call the lady abbess hither. I think you're all stark raving mad.
Most mighty Duke, vouchsafe me speak a word. Haply, I see a friend will save my life, and pay the sum that may deliver me.
Speak freely, Syracusian, what thou wilt.
Good sir, is your name, sir, not Antipholus? And is this not your bondman, Dromio?
Within this hour, sir, I was his bondman. But now am I Dromio and his man unbound.
I am sure you remember me.
Ourselves we do remember, sir, by you. For lately we were bound, as you are now. You are not one of Pinch's patients, sir, are you?
Why look you strange on me? You know me well.
I never saw you in my life till now.
Oh, grief hath changed me since you saw me last, and careful hours with times the form in hand have written strangely features in my face. But tell me yet, dost thou not know my voice?
Neither.
Dromio, nor thou?
No, trust me, sir, nor I.
I'm sure thou dost.
And I am sure I do not. And whatsoever a man has, you are now bound to believe him.
Not to know my voice? O time's extremity, hast thou so cracked and splitted my poor tongue in 7 short years? Is my only son not to know the feeble key of my untuned cares? Yet this face of mine be hid in sap-consuming winter's drizzled snow, and all the conduits of my blood froze up. Yet hath my night of life some memory, my wasting lamp some fading glimmer left, these dull deaf ears a little used to hear, all these old witnesses I cannot err. Tell me thou art my son Antipholus.
I never saw my father in my life.
But 7 years since in Syracuse, boy, thou knowest we parted, but perhaps my son, thou shamest to acknowledge me in misery.
The Duke and all who know me in this town can witness it's not true. I never saw Syracuse in my life.
I tell thee, Syracusian, 20 years have I been patron to Antipholus, during which time he ne'er saw Syracusa. I see thy age and dangers make thee dote.
Most mighty Duke, behold a man much wronged. I see 2 husbands. Are mine eyes deceive me?
One of these men is like the other, and so of these. Which is a natural man and which the spirit? Who deciphers them?
I, sir, am Dromio. Command him away.
I, Sir Dromio, pray let me stay!
Aegeon, art thou not? Or else his ghost?
Oh, my old master, who hath bound him here?
Whoever bound him, I will loose his bond and gain a husband by his liberty. Speak, old Aegeon, if thou beest the man that had so white a place called all that thou beest the same Aegeon. Speak and speak unto the same Amelia.
If I dream not, thou art Amelia, and if thou art she, tell me, where is that son that floated with thee on that fatal raft?
By men of Epidamium, he and I and the twin Dromio were all taken up. But by and by, rude fishermen of Corinth took by force Dromio and my son from them. And me they left with those of Epidamium. What then became of them, I cannot tell. I to this fortune see the end.
Now here begins his morning story right. These 2 antitheses, these 2 so like, and these 2 Dromios, one in semblance, besides her urging of a wreck at sea, these are the parents to these children, which accidentally are met together. Antipholus, thou came from Corinth first?
No, sir, not I. I came from Syracuse.
Stay, stand apart. I cannot tell which is which.
I came from Corinth, my most gracious lord,
And I with him.
brought to this town by that most famous warrior, Duke Menaphon, your most renowned uncle.
Which of you 2 did dine with me today?
I, gentle mistress.
And are you not my husband?
No, I say nay to that.
And so do I. Yet did she call me so? This fair gentlewoman. Call me brother. I hope I shall have leisure to make good. If this be not a dream I see into.
That is the chain, sir, which you had of me.
I think it be, sir. I deny it not.
And you, sir, arrested me for this chain.
I think I did, sir. I deny it not.
And I sent you money to be your bail. By Dromio here, but I think he brought it not.
No, none by me.
This purse of ducats I received from you, and Dromio, my man, did bring them me. I see we still did meet each other's man, and I was taken for him, and he for me, and thereupon these errors are arose.
I give you these ducats for my father.
Oh, it shall not be. Thy father hath his life.
Sir, I must have that ring from you.
There, take it. And much thanks for your good cheer.
Renowned Duke, vouchsafe to take the pains to go with us into the avenue, and here at large discourse of all our fortunes, and all that are assembled in this place, that by this sympathized one day's error have suffered on, go, keep us company, and we shall make full satisfaction. 33 years have I but gone in travail of you, my sons, till this present hour my heavy burden ne'er delivered. The Duke, my husband, my children both, and you, the calendars of their nativity. Go to a gossip's feast, and go with me, after so long grief, such festivity.
With all my heart, I'll gossip at this feast.
Master, shall I fetch your stuff from shipboard?
Dromio, what stuff of mine hast thou embarked?
The goods that lay at Hoster at the Centaur.
He speaks to me. I am your master, Dromio. Come, go with us. We'll look to that anon. Embrace thy brother then. Rejoice with him.